Hey, September 29th, 3:40 p.m. Okay, I have to make a confession. I'm doing this over. These are 2 new sheets of Durock that I just bought with my brother-in-law's help. He supplied the truck. About 3 or 4 days ago, I can't remember, I laid down 2 previous sheets here, and when I laid the first one down, I thought at first that I screwed into this area over here that I've marked out now, but I might have drilled into the PVC drain tail, which goes like where my foot is on a 45. And the motor, I was tired, I was rushed, it was the end of the day. The motor, I had twice as much mortar as I needed, and it was mixed in the bucket. So I decided to take a chance, and I thought if it leaks, I can open up the kitchen ceiling and fix it. So I put down the first sheet with screws. You can see where I've made on 8-inch centers. I've made marks for Durock screws, which are, at first I only had 1 5/8 screws. So with 3/4 inch ply and 1/2 inch Durock, there was 5/8 of an inch. Actually, no, there was 3/8 of an inch that would protrude from the bottom of the plywood and possibly hit things. So I was very careful screwing in these 1/4 inch Durocks over here. I put these 1/4 inch Durocks in because the self-leveling concrete doesn't like OSB, so it said, so I put down these cement panels. I'm going to put down the radiant floor heating coils here, and then pour self-leveling concrete. It's one of the approved methods to encapsulate the coils and protect them. Then you put the Curdy or the Ditra anti-crack membrane, and then the tiles. So, but over here I've got 2 1/2-inch slabs. Now these aren't mortared yet or screwed, but I just cut this hole, tested. I put the Schlurdy shower pan down and put the drain tail in, and everything fits and it's ready to go. So what I did was, on Thursday, it must have been Wednesday, I put down this Durock. On Thursday I decided I just couldn't take the chance with the if I drilled, because it sure felt like it. And when I drilled, the drain tail down there vibrated a little bit, but that might have been the vibrations from the saw itself. But basically I spent a very lousy day Thursday digging up the old Durock. I didn't film it. I was kind of pissed at myself and thought, well, maybe I wouldn't show it to you, but I dug up the Durock and I cleaned the plywood. I scraped and chipped and sanded, and so the plywood underneath, the OSB plywood, it's pretty clean. It's, you know, got a lot of streaks from leftovers thin set, but I'm going to re-thin set this in a few minutes. I got, instead of a 50-pound bag, I got one of those 20-pound or 25-pound bags, so there'll be less to waste this time. When I did the Curdy with unmodified thin set, I think it's ANSI, the national standard ANSI 118.1 only, so it's unmodified, which is what Curdy needs. The Curdy cloth. Down here it's modified, according to Durock, USG.com, their PDF file, modified. So I bought a little bag of modified. I'm going to go mix that up in a few minutes, and I'm going to put down using the 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch notch trowel. It goes pretty quick, and on this panel and the one below it, I've gridded out on 8-inch centers on the periphery and then down the middle and across. So with marked out, you know, the no-go zone, which I can go actually now. It doesn't really matter because 1/2 inch plus 3/4 inch is 1 1/4 inch, and I also, when I bought the new Durock, I bought the 1 1/4 inch. So if I had been patient and not been so gung-ho on Wednesday, when Mother and I went and bought the tile on Wednesday, so when we got home at 3, I decided to go for it, and I was kind of rushing, and yeah, I paid the price, you know. So Thursday I spent a lot of time demoing the bottommost Durock panel was destroyed, but the top one I think I can save it and cut it into little scraps and use it. Mother could use it to bury it in the garden to use as walking stones. So because it doesn't absorbs water, it just doesn't break down. You know, it's really weatherproof. You can use it outside. So, all right, that's what's going on. So I'll talk to you later. Maybe when it's all down, I'll show it to you. Bye bye. Okay, Bill here, 4:38 p.m. I've put down the modified thin set mortar back onto the OSB and fanned it with my 1/4 by 1/4. So that's what it looks like. So I'm going to put down the first Durock. So see you later. Okay, 4:49 p.m. First layer is down with all the screws, and I use my right angled battery powered impact little screwdriver. Helps along. So definitely you know, here, mark that out, don't drill there. So looking good. Next I'm going to fan the mortar for the next row, and then end up still having a lot of mortar left over. It's a total pain in the ass, and then have to deal with it. So, all right, well, getting there. Hey, Bill here, Sunday, 3:40 p.m. Well, here it is. Day later, it's all dried. 2 sheets are down. The first sheet has got 1¼ inch screws holding it to the plywood. The second sheet has the 1 5/8, so you have 5/8 of an inch digging into the plywood. So my offset measuring, you know, the lines here for each of the screw holes, I offset the second sheet by 1 inch or so. I think it was 1/2 inch. So I didn't hit one on the second level of screws. I didn't hit the first level of screws, not one. I was very proud of myself. So here's the curdy pan in position again. The other second half of it I have to trim about another 1/8 of an inch over there, because the curdy cloth added thickness. So I gotta shave about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/16. It's starting to rain here in New York. It was beautiful earlier. Oh. So here, that's it. So tomorrow, I don't know, I'm kind of down today. It's overcast and I'm just not into doing much. But the next steps are, you know, trim this other piece. I've trimmed the curb. I got a layout. I'm still waiting actually for more curdy band. It's the thin 5-inch wide band that goes between the joints. I have enough curdy band that came with the kit to do the shower stall, but the amount that came with the curdy band, the amount that came in the kit, doesn't allow for this band up there. So I need the curdy band. I added another roll, bought another roll, and it's on order. It should be in the mail. So what we're going to do is I have to, you know, cut and fit the curdy cloth to go on the exterior wall, because the curdy cloth will act, as I said before, as the vapor barrier for the insulation. So I didn't put a vapor barrier up behind the drywall when I put the drywall up, because I thought the curdy band would do it. And so that's why. And then I think I'll probably have enough. I bought another bolt of curdy band, just enough to also do this exterior wall and then this wall here just for the tile. Don't really need to do it over here, but I think I might have enough extras just to do the curdy cloth on that wall. It's not an exterior wall. It doesn't need vapor barrier protection, but I'll do it anyway because it's going to get tile. So that's it. Then well, then we deal with you know, review the videos and the book, the manual and the ebook that I bought about how to put the curdy band right here to waterproof the joints. You put a seam over it. It's curdy band is like it's half the thickness of this regular curdy cloth, so it's so the bump won't be so noticeable when the tiles go on. So there's curdy band, you know, there's curdy band down around this curdy band in the vertical corners, and this curdy band up and over the curb, the foam curb. And there's a precise, well, there's a pretty precise order on how you put them together. So I'd have to make sure that everything is on hand. All the pieces are cut and dry fitted, and everything's ready to go. And then I'll go get some more mortar, and then someday this week will be the finish the curdy cloth day, and maybe glue. Also glue down the pan with unmodified thin set mortar. So glue down the pan, glue down the curb, and then cloth, and do the cloth, and hopefully you know, the bucket of unmodified, like the first bucket of unmodified, will not dry up on me. Yesterday, that modified bucket of thin set that I used for the Durocks, it dried up on me when I finished drilling. When I finished screwing in the second panel, I went over there and I tried to move the thin set around, and it had flashed over and it was drying. So yeah, it was pretty. That was a shock. So that's what's going on. So if I get the curb in and do the flashing and the curdy cloth, then I can lay down the electric radiant floor heat mat, and then think about, you know, damming up all the holes, and then mixing the self-leveling concrete and doing a pour, and hopefully I can do it with one bag. According to the calculations, one bag will just meet my needs. But you know, I'm just worried that when I pour it, it will be liquid enough and it will live up to its name, and that it will actually level. But if it's not really level for the non-shower stall area, I can live with that. You can add a little, you can always float the tiles a little bit more, add a little bit more mortar if you think that you're getting a wave or dropping down. Not that I've ever done it before, but you know, that's just intuitive, that you can kind of fudge it with, or if there is a hump or a wave or whatever, you can kind of smooth it out with the by, you know, using more mortar. So we'll see. I bought silicone caulk. It's right there. I got to caulk up all the cracks because the self-leveling concrete will ooze out. I got to cover up the hole where the well, after I lay down the electric radiant floor heat mat and hook up the wiring, and then I got to snake the wire up the tube. Then you plug the hole up over there so the self-leveling concrete can't ooze out. So we're slowly getting there. It's just you know, you get to this point where you've never done it before. I just go so damn slow. So, all right, see you later. See you later.